Okay, it is recording. Hi, my name is Patrick Ruhl. I'm 22 years old, and I'm an IT major at, what are we calling it this year? Middle Georgia State University? Yeah. With a concentration in game design and integrated digital media. I actually started at Macon State after 2012, pursuing an associate's degree in art. Went through the 2-year program, graduated in 2014 with my 2-year degree, and then took a year off to try some different things because I didn't know if art was really what I wanted to do, and eventually ended up coming back here with the summer of 2015. Yeah, that was last year. I can count. Starting the IT program and the game design concentration. So, assuming I stay on track, yeah, I should graduate after the fall of 2017. And as far as a cool thing I'm going to do this fall, I'm going to play video games and help raise money for charity at the same time, which is pretty cool. I'm involved with a group called TSG, which stands for The Speed Gamers. It's a group based out of Texas, and we put on 3 or 4 video game marathons a year to benefit different charities. Our last one was a week-long, completely lost my mind, week-long Zelda marathon. Yeah, I only did work for it. This last June, raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Um, so yeah, we have like a Halloween marathon coming up in mid-October, and then we have a winter marathon sometime in December. I don't think we have a date for that one yet. But anyway, yeah, we stream it live on Twitch.tv, which is a live streaming service for video games, if you don't know what that is. And yeah, we've been in operation for about 8 years, and we've managed to raise, I think we crossed the $650,000 mark over the summer, which is really, really cool. As far as my experience with Photoshop and 2D animation in general, because I am taking both classes, I figured, well, I'd just show you. So, ta-da! Yay! Open Broadcaster software, which is what I'm using to record this with. So I'm gonna hide this thing here. So yeah, I mentioned I do work for TSG. That includes Twitch assets, which I create in Photoshop. So this was we had a Metroid marathon sometime earlier. Was it earlier this year? No, I think this one was in 2015. Where we just got a whole bunch of people together and was like, hey, we should do a marathon to benefit like a smaller local charity kind of thing. And so I ended up designing Twitch assets for every game that was being played, like Hunters with the 2 screens. The white boxes are actually empty areas where people could put their the other streamers could put their like the camera feed and the game feed. So Hunters, Metroid Other M, kind of iffy on that game. Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3, and so on. This was a like a Mega March event. So for a whole month long, we would stream Mega Man games on the channel. So I made a couple of Twitch assets for that. Pretty cool. I like Zero. That's pretty cool. And then I also do just some, I freelance work in Photoshop. I just do things that I like to create. For example, when Pokemon Go was released, I hopped on the bandwagon for a little while and made some Twitter headers for the 3 teams: Team Instinct, Team Mystic, and Team Valor. And I mean, I guess if you'd like those, yeah, sure, I can give you a download link for them. However, I don't actually have a smartphone, which is weird because I'm an IT major and I don't have a smartphone. So I actually made a 4th team one. Team, I don't have a smartphone. And that is my current Twitter header. It's Slowbro. If you know Pokemon, you get the joke. So yeah, I've been working with Photoshop for a couple years now, 2.5 years. I started off with just some online tutorials, going through, learning the tools, learning some basic functions, and then I started volunteering my services just to do some free work for other people. And then once I got involved with the Speed Gamers, I have a pretty steady stream of people needing stuff because they're YouTubers and they're Twitch streamers, and it's like, hey, I have this cool photo with my boyfriend. Can you Photoshop it so that this weird-looking guy in the background is out there? I do that too. That was last week. Weird-looking guy. Anyway, don't have that picture though. So yeah, I've been working with Photoshop for about 2.5 years now. As far as animation goes, I don't have as much experience with animation. I have taken 3D modeling and animation, another class offered here, and that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that class. But I also have made a mod for a game called Crypt of the Necrodancer, Weird name, I know. It's on Steam, about 20 bucks. But I decided that I was going to do a full conversion mod, and what that means was I was going to go into the game and change absolutely everything about it. All the character sprites, all the enemy sprites, all the environments, the music, the sound effects. Haven't actually gotten to the sound effects yet, because that's hard. Uh, but like in these, so all the different stuff I changed myself, except the music. I contacted some YouTube artists and was like, hey, can I use your cover stuff? And they said yes, and then now it's there. So this is what the game looks like normally. So you have, it's a rhythm-based game, so you actually have like this heart beating down here, and these little things go into the middle, and you tap to the beat, move and attack on the beat. Whole HUD elements, there's, some walls, some floors, some diamonds, forgot what the diamonds were for. And then my mod actually changed everything to look like stuff from the Mario games. So, ta-da, here's mine. I changed the character to Mario, changed the heart to an 8-bit Mario, the hearts look like hearts from Paper Mario, Yoshi coins instead of the diamonds, bombs or bob-bombs, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. But as far as the animation goes, every enemy sprite, and you can't see this on the static image before you, but every character sprite and every enemy sprite has a sprite sheet with 4 to 8, I think a few of them have 16 different frames. And so I actually took the files just from the game itself, copied them into another folder, and then booted it up in Photoshop and manually edited them down to make my own sprites. So, like, this is an example. Obviously, it's kind of low res, but this is one of the actual sprite sheets. So it goes, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, and then if the enemy's far enough away to where you can't see it clearly, then it has this shadowy version where you can't see the details and the color. Here's another example. Was one of the skeleton enemies. So like the first 4 columns here is the standing animation, and then if you move next to it, it wants to attack you, and so this is the attacking animation, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4. And then I eventually, I think this is almost everything I made for it. Lot of work. That was about 6 months to get it from nothing to what you see there. But yeah, so that's my experience with animation. I'm really looking forward to both of these classes, even though I've been using Photoshop for a while and I know kind of the basics of animation. I know I'm going to learn a whole lot, and I hope that we'll learn a lot. I said that twice. I'm just going to cut the video off now. So yeah, I hope we have a good semester, and I will enjoy seeing all of your work. Have a good day.